Ta-da! It's Sunday, 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 Sunday. Welcome to Eight Questions With. I'm your host, Patrick from Have Cheetah Will View Eight Questions With. And the Cheetah's actually hanging out with me today. He's sitting laying down right beside me under my chair. Um, so you have to be real careful when you get up. Otherwise, you might not be able to get up. You know what I'm saying? Because there is a sleeping cheetah there. Uh, so welcome to the show. It's a special Sunday edition. We will be talking to our friend Kyle Rappaport, actor Kyle Rappaport, uh, who has got a brand new movie coming out called Sharkula. That's coming out on Wild Eye Releasing. He's in it as well as a lot of other fine folks. And this movie was written and directed. Do you believe it was written and directed by the mighty Mark Polonia? And it has Titus Hummelberger in it and Jeff Kirkendall, as well as our good friend Kyle Rappaport. There's also some familiar faces from those of us who follow Wild Eye movies. Tim Hatch is featured. He was a former guest here on the show. I mentioned Jeff Kirkendall, who we also got a chance to chat with on House of Horrors. He is playing Al Lucard. Oh, wait a minute, that's Dracula. Huh. Did you know if you put Dracula spelled backwards as Al Lucard? I wait a minute, that's my co-host from the Midnight Society. Uh-oh. Is he a vampire? Holy crap. Uh see the things you find out. Hey, how are you, Patrick and Jaden and Katie? Thank you for coming out. Thank you for coming out for a special Sunday show. Did you guys know that though? Dracula, if you spell it backward, is Al Lucard. That's interesting. So Kyle is a hardworking actor. He has over 30 credits underneath his belt, and he has appeared in some fine films. Not as he appeared in the mighty Sharkula. God, how could you not love a movie like that, right? Uh, but he has also appeared in such films as uh, Joe D. Wincoop's the Cragon Incident 3 Annihilation, which is coming out this year, or has come out. Camp Murder. He's also played in Bloody. Let's see. I'm sorry. Return to Splatter Farm, uh, which is actually a pretty good movie. That's actually one of the better Polonia movies. He plays it straight. That's a serious film. So I'm actually looking forward to watching that. He has also popped up in Hillsborough's Road and Night of the Mask and a bunch of fun movies. Um, hey Phil, how are you, sir? Hey Anthony. There's Anthony. It's yeah. I seeing that now. Yeah. Ow. What a what a guy. What a guy. Happy birthday to your mom, Phil. That's awesome. That is so cool. All right. So Kyle will be with us here in about 10 minutes or so. So we'll go ahead and talk a little bit about the calendar. Uh, because this is the start of a very busy week for us here on the channel. We are also coming back tonight with our guest Sean Blue Digital from the Midnight Hour. He'll be joining me at Al Lucard as we take a look at Friday the 13th, 2009. And that will be tonight on the Midnight Society. Uh, uh, and then tomorrow night, I will be traveling to New Jersey for an appearance. Oh, actually, I got two appearances. Oh, that's right. I'm doing a watch along. I'm doing a watch along on God, I totally forgot about that. Wow. I didn't even put a chance to promote it. I might have to push that back because I think Gareth deserves better than what I gave him. So I'm not gonna. I'm going to talk to him about that first. I was supposed to be doing a watch along tomorrow, but I don't. I've totally went right past. I'm having a really tough month. What can I say? I'm supposed to do that with him tomorrow. We're supposed to do a watch along for Andy Sedaris movie, Malibu Express. But I'm gonna have to go back and see if I can reschedule that. I want to give him a chance. I want to promote that show because I like Andy Sedaris, and those are fun movies. But I am going to an American Werewolf in New Jersey tomorrow. I will be we will be talking to him. We will be talking about guilty pleasure movies, movies that we like, movies that we like that maybe nobody else does. So we'll be talking about that on his channel tomorrow. Um, all right, and then on Tuesday we come back here. We're interviewing writer Michael Goldberg at 8 p.m. And on the 8th of June, we were talking to film director, editor Sean Kane. On Thursday, the 9th of June, we'll be talking to actor singer Jerry Beasley. He'll be here at 9. We had to reschedule Matt Leo. We'll figure out what we're going to do with Matt, have him come back. But we have Jerry Beasley will be with us. And then next Friday at 9 p.m. next Friday, we'll be talking to Steve Merlo, the man behind the Sawyer Massacre. So he'll be here on the 10th. So we have other shows too, but I am not feeling the perkiest today. So yeah, I just want to sit there and say too that I did hang out yesterday on Gory D Movies channel. She did a horror hangout. She does a horror hangout, and yesterday was was really fun. They're doing a battle royal challenge. They're putting together a field of horror icons, and they're battling. You know, your vote carries the fight, and so I have all sorts of different categories uh, that they're covering, and they covered vampires, and she had the whole chat just dying last night. She couldn't remember what the guy's name was. With the on the True Blood, the oldest vampire in True Blood, and so she put him down as old vampire dude, and that just seemed to crack up the whole chat. And old vampire dude just got a lot of votes. Um, a real fun time every Saturday. She comes on about 10 o'clock, so 10:15 sometimes. So you could come by, say hi to Phil and the boys at Coast to Coast. Saturdays are busy. Holy crap, how do Saturdays used to get so busy for live streams? You have Steven from House of Horrors at 7. You got The Witching Hour at 8:30. You got with Katie, and you got the Coast to Coast boys at 9:15, and now you have Gory B movie about 10:15. That's an absolute. I mean, if you're into horror and you're a horror fan, you have no place to go other than Saturday night, other than the Tube, because there's a ton of horror being talked about, and really good guests on shows. Like Tom Matthews was on the House of Horrors yesterday. You can catch a replay of that. If you want, Stephen, please drop that in the chat box. Yeah, Cody's going to be, I think Cody is going to be actually doing a special pop up tonight for his drawing for 1,000 subs. So I think that's coming out tonight on the Coast to Coast. Just all sorts of fun stuff coming up on various channels. All right. It is now 4:54. Our guest is here, so let's go get him. So please put your hands together and welcome actor and producer Kyle Rappaport.
Hey, what's up? Hello.
Yeah. What's going on?
What's going on, guys? How you doing? MovieBuff One here, Kyle Rappaport. Welcome. Thank you for having me.
That's right.
Thank you for having me on the show, Patrick.
Also, yeah, thank you for coming on, Kyle. So, it was funny because I'm talking about Gory B movie, and yesterday she is having a on her live stream. She was having a battle royal.
Oh yeah.
So they were doing vampires. They're like they're trying to get to 16 vampires.
Oh
So
yeah.
so they had like 30 candidates, and someone mentioned Sharkula.
Oh really?
Yeah, so
Cool.
they mentioned Sharkula. Sharkula got voted for, but he made it past the first round. He made it past the first round, but unfortunately, he got mashed up with Count Chocula, and he didn't make it out of the second round. Count Chocula was a pretty hard guy to beat.
Oh yeah. They should make a movie called Count Chocula versus Sharkula. That'd be cool, like a little twist, Count like
Right.
yeah,
I personally I'd like to see Count Chocula, battle a gallon of milk.
yeah. That'd be cool.
All right, Steven's here in the chat. I see that, and Phil's here. Let's see who else is here. We got Echo Zero's here, and Katie's here from Popping the Popcorn, and Anthony's here. I think Anthony's still here.
Is he
Uh,
still
yeah, he should still be here.
Hey Anthony?
Because he hasn't told me how many subs he's got yet, nor has he called me Patty. So I know he's got to do that before he leaves.
Mm.
Um, I'm glad you're here too, Steven. Hope you're feeling better.
How you doing, Steven? What's up?
Yeah, they had a great show last night on House of Horrors.
Yes.
Miss Boomstick and Steven. They had Tom Matthews from Friday the 13th, Jason Lives.
Oh, that's
And yeah, that was a fun show.
I,
Fun show.
I gotta check it out. I still haven't got. I was so busy last night doing a shoot. I was on a shoot. Um, a big, not really a big budget shoot, but it was like a low budget, big budget. But it was a movie called The Tannery, and man, I never been on a film set that was so crazy.
Crazy as in the size of the cast and crew, or crazy as in the in the workload.
Uh, Kind of like a little bit of everything, like the cast and crew. It was a lot. It was very hot, very exhausting. A lot of crazy stuff was going on. It was just the craziest film experience. I would say big budget, low budget is what I love doing better than big budget films, because the big budget films are just so exhausting. There's so much work. I love low budget filmmaking. I love watching big budget films, but I don't think I would want to be in a big budget film. Everyone rants, "Oh, big budget, big budget." I love to be in a big budget film, but it's not easy. It's a lot of work, a lot of, you know.
Yeah, a lot of yeah, you're right. It's a lot of standing around. It's a lot of waiting for other. There's a lot more shots in a major production than there is in the indie.
Yeah,
Instead of getting indie films maybe have 2 or 3 shots for a scene, whereas the
yeah,
indie films they'll have like 10 to 15 different shots.
yeah.
So I can definitely see that. And is it true that waiting is the hardest thing to do on a movie set?
Oh yes, definitely is, because you have to wait around for like. I waited around for like 12, like at least the each shot took at least 12 hours to shoot. I could be exaggerating, but like
But
each shot, yeah.
Uh, well, it sounds like to me though that, they fed you good though. I mean, you have to say that, right?
They what?
Did they feed you good? Do they have a good craft table?
Have a good what?
Craft table?
Oh, they
Eat
did
yeah.
food
Who-
and
What, what film have you worked on that had the best craft table?
yeah. Best craft table. I would say this had a pretty good craft table. Um, but everyone kept like going after the. Is it the food, the craft table? You mean like, because I never
Hmm.
heard that word before. Well, I heard craft like arts and crafts, but craft table like yeah, this was a good craft table. Yeah, this was pretty good.
Yeah, or we could call it the food table.
Yeah,
Everybody's bum rushing the food table.
that was the best craft table I ever had. Like one of the best craft tables. But I would say still, I think Mark Polonia gives good craft table too.
We have heard that. We have heard that Mark Polonia runs a very good craft table. In fact, his wife even cooks for you guys.
She's a great craft. She's a great crafts. She's a great caterer. She's great. She's great. Everybody's great on set of of the movie of those movies. It's just amazing working with Mark Polonia, and I'm really excited for Sharkula. That's going to be a really fun movie. I can't wait to see that's coming out in 2 days, Tuesday.
Wow. So that's awesome. We got you right before it came out.
You catch me right before it came out.
Right before you become world famous.
World famous.
Shark vampire hunter.
Yeah.
Yeah. The poster is absolutely phenomenal.
I love the poster. That design is amazing. I love that design. I wonder who did Wild Eye do that design, or
I think maybe they did. Wild Eye makes some amazing covers. Rob, he makes some amazing covers, doesn't he?
He does, yeah. Rob Hochschild. He does make amazing covers.
He shreds it up. I mean, yeah, the very first Wild Eye movie that I ever saw, the first one I saw the cover and I'm like, holy cow, that's an amazing cover.
Yeah.
And it was actually my introduction both to Wild Eye and to Mark Polonia movies, because the movie that I got and I watched was Bigfoot versus Zombies.
Oh, that's a good movie. That's one of his earlier, like, started to like the earlier, like, how I say it, like the earlier movies of his newer type movies.
You know who's a huge fan of that movie though, right?
Oh,
Steven. That's one of his favorites.
Yeah, he told me he loves that movie.
Does love that movie. In fact, that was the first movie that he reviewed on his for his Wild Eyes. Since this is the first movie I'm going to review, and he actually let people vote, but he's like, I'm letting you guys all vote, but I'm just letting you know that whoever wins, the first movie that we review is still going to be Bigfoot versus Zombie.
That cover is like absolutely is so amazing.
But so Sharkula. I mean, I saw that. I'm going like, I saw that, and I just was like, man, that is, it does draw you in. You want to go get that. You want to see that movie. Steven saying that he's just being modest. He's just saying he just learned to appreciate. You mean you learned to temper down your excitement for it, because we all know you love it. It's all right. Everybody has a favorite film, right?
Yeah, I have so many favorite films I've done. Like everything I've done. Well, not everything, but most of the things I've done. Majority of the things I've done, I've always have a place in my heart for.
Sure.
Yeah, pretty much everything I've acted in, I really enjoyed. Just maybe one or two things I've done that I've not been so proud of, but everybody has.
I think everybody has those in their closet. The movies that they, a lot of times when you're first starting out, when you first start out your first couple of projects, there's a couple of movies that, they're not the best, because a lot of times you're learning, the director's learning, the cinematographer's learning. It's just they're learning about you, they're learning about their own movie making craft, so it can be a little bumpy. But I bet you, as you've gotten on, because you got over 30 credits underneath your belt.
I got 30 credits.
Yeah, you got 32.
32.
So I'm sure that when you first start, huh?
I have more than 32 actually.
So I better catch up on them then, because it says 32.
Because some of those credits I don't even have on my IMDb. Some of them are not even listed on, because you know how some movies are not listed on IMDb. Actually, some of the movies I've acted in are not even listed on IMDb.
Well, we got to fix that.
Yeah, we got to fix that. We definitely have to get that fixed.
Okay, Steven's saying that his new favorite is Sharkula. they have a really cool song in Sharkula, but I tell you the song I found out this week
Sure.
that I'm just like, I'm sure you know it. I'm sure, in fact, I'm sure all the Polonia pals know this song. Have you seen the Sharkenstein song?
The shark. Yeah, I don't remember the song too well. I haven't seen the movie in so long, but Sharkula, I love that song for Sharkula. Like it's from the trail. You guys all know it from the trailer.
Right.
Sharkula, Sharkula. That music is just so amazing. And James Kelly, the guy who plays in the movie, he plays Arthur. You'll see it on Tuesday.
That's
Um,
right.
he plays in the movie, and he made the music. Him and his band made the music for the movie. So and they made the music for Return to Splatter Farm also. They did Return to Splatter Farm, Return to Splatter Farm,
Now,
Return.
Splatter Farm is a little different from the usual your usual movies, isn't it?
Uh,
That was more of a serious movie, wasn't it?
Return to Splatter Farm. Yeah, that was a serious one. That will. I've always been my favorite Mark Polonia film was always the original Splatter Farm movie from 1987, I believe. With I always loved watching his older films. You know, the Polonia brothers, Mark and John Polonia. That's how I got introduced to the Polonia brothers. Was Splatter Farm, and
Okay.
yeah, their movies I just always been a big fan of, and I've always like seen like like their original stuff. Like I like shot on video, all that type of stuff.
Now, did you get to meet John Polonia? Did
No,
you get to work with him?
unfortunately, no.
Yeah, I came on to that after he passed too.
Yeah.
But I do know that Mark's son Anthony is a film director now too.
Yeah, he is now. Yeah, he's a film director and he does special effects.
Okay. Yeah, I know that he did a movie called Footzilla, Zillafoot, I think Zillafoot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have
Now,
I have that movie. I never got to watch it yet. I have a new DVD update, Blu-ray and DVD and Blu-ray update coming soon, so I got
okay,
lots to watch. And Sharkula is the first one I'm going to mention in that new update.
I'm waiting for the sequel, Sharkula versus Chocula.
Sharkula versus Count Chocula, right? Or
Yeah, the
Count Dracula.
battle that would be an epic battle.
Yeah,
So what was your very first movie that you ever worked on?
my first movie I ever worked on was I was an extra in it. It was the Trump, Lloyd Kaufman's Trauma. You know,
Yeah,
I was in Return to New High Volume One. I went to Niagara Falls, and first I was supposed to get an actual part in that movie, but didn't little did I know it was going to be an extra role. So they kind of like gypped me a little bit with, and I was gonna be like I play like in all these like scenes where I'm just doing like dancing around, and I was playing like and they gave me a character name and credit as Dancing Boy, but I went all the way to Niagara Falls with my dad, and I was just moving around doing camera motion stuff. So and that was my first thing I've done was from Trauma, but I love Lloyd Kaufman and Trauma movies. But that was the first thing I've done, and I was in Volume 1 and 2, and a few other Trauma movies as well, like Shakespeare's Shitstorm, um, and that stuff too. Yeah.
let's see. Hobbs he's got a question for me. He says, Patrick, you're an avid Polonia fan like me. Which is your top three Polonia motion pictures? Always been curious about what's your favorite Polonia motion picture. He has a few. Well, I guess I would have to sit there and say my favorite Polonia movie would probably be uh wow, you put me on the spot because there's so many good ones,
Those are
Hobbs.
the ones.
Let's see. I can do this. I can tell you who it is.
You can do this. You got this.
That's right. That's right. Let's see. Well, I mean, I definitely have to mention honorable mention has to go to Bigfoot versus Zombies because that's some craziness right there. That covers this. tight.
Yes.
I would sit there and say my favorite Polonia will probably be Noah's Shark. I thought that was really fun.
Yeah, that was
Uh,
cool.
I thought that was a lot of fun. I was down with that one. And then I would have to sit there and say Bride of the Werewolf because it has a werewolf in it.
To go
You know,
one.
not everyone has a werewolf in it.
Mm.
And then the third one, I would sit there and say would have to, without a doubt, they would have to be Land Shark.
I never saw Land Shark. I have it. I never got to watch it.
Well, Land Shark, I think Land Shark just got released or is getting released, but it's been on the shelf a little bit. But it had Sarah French and Peter Baldo, Catherine Sue Young. Yeah, I don't know if any of the other and our friend Alyssa's on there. Alyssa Dowling's in there. We know Alyssa, so she's in there, and of course, Jeff Kirkendall's in there as
Yeah.
Captain Bermuda.
Cool.
Yeah,
I
so I
gotta
mean,
check it out.
there's a few Polonia pals in that one.
Yeah.
Now, where did the term Polonia pal came from? Was that
Polonia. Well, their last name's Polonia brothers. So
right?
I guess Polonia pals. Polonia brothers. The Polonia brothers. Polonia bros. I guess that's how it came to play.
Yeah, because I mean, it seems like that now there's like a small, just like a small but growing army of Polonia friends,
Yeah.
Polonia fans, and they call themselves Polonia pals. So I was just wondering if you knew where that came from.
I guess I'm one of the Polonia pals or Polonia bros now.
Right, right, because you're one of the steady people that like when he makes a new movie, he always pretty much calls the people that he likes working with.
Yeah.
Uh, have you ever heard of a director named John Ford?
John Ford. No.
He was a director in the 40s, and what he used to do, he did that too. He make different movies, but he had like a Rolodex of like 100 different actors.
Oh, really?
And yes, so all his movies that he did, whenever he needed to cast his movies, because he had that kind of clout back then,
Mhm.
that he would go there and he would tap all these people that were in his Rolodex, and so those people always were appearing in his movies. Not every time, not every actor every time, but
Yeah.
much like what Mark does with you and Jeff and Tim Hatch and Jamie Morgan and whatnot.
Yeah.
He's got a new movie out. He calls you guys first. Um, so yeah. Let's see.
Army did the
Hobbs,
same thing too.
Hobbs's favorite, his top three Polonium movies are the original Splatter Farm, Sharkenstein, because he loves the song. The song is tight.
It is tight.
Yep. Sharky Stein. Okay. And Return to Splatter Farm. So
Mhm.
yeah, that's funny. I have to look that one up. I have to admit, Kyle, I need to look both those up because like I said before, I do believe those are the first two films that I know of that I'm sure he's done more, but those are the first two films that I've known that Mark Polonia has done that are serious movies. Now what do you like acting in best? Do you like acting in fun movies, comedies, or are you more dramatic? I mean, someone says,
I like horror and comedy mainly, but I like all types of movies. Every type of movie is good to act in. I like mainly to act in horror films. I've acted in mainly horror, but comedy too is something I want to do too. I've done a comedy, somewhat some comedy movies, but mainly horror. I've done mainly.
horror's your favorite?
Yeah,
What do you like about horror?
horror is like because I get to get killed. Get to play. Like I guess I don't know something about it just makes. I just like something. There's something about it that I really like. I don't know. It's just fun to get bloodied up and gored. Like get killed. Stuff like that.
So it's safe to say that among the Polonia pals, you're the Sean Bean of the bunch, right? You're the ones, hey, we need someone to get killed, who, because nobody really wants. Sometimes people don't want to get killed. They don't want to be a red shirt. They want to be the captain. But you're willing to die in every movie, as long as the movies, as long as it serves a purpose, right?
I like to
Um,
be. Sorry, what were you saying?
what's your favorite death scene? What scene? If we're gonna look up your death scenes, which one should we look at?
Well, before I answer that question, I was going to say, I like to be the killer, the 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 victim, and also I like to be everything in a horror movie: a killer, a victim, and just like everything. Like I'll play any kind of role there is. But
But it is sort of fun though to get killed, isn't it?
it's fun to get killed. It's fun to be the killer, and it's fun to do it, like just do it all, everything. I just also do want to be in like comedy movies because comedy is my second favorite genre in like movies because I like to laugh. I love laughing.
Uh, I just now Hobbs is here. I got to ask you a question. Do you think a movie featuring like a pumpkin shark would work?
Pumpkin shark, that would be cool.
It would be.
I thought of a pumpkin shark would be a good idea. But what about how about this? This is another cool title I thought of. Me and my girlfriend thought of this title. What about Camp Shark?
Camp Shark, yeah. How about sleepaway? How about sleepaway shark?
Sleepaway Shark. That
They
sounds
do.
good too.
They
Yeah.
they do come up with some fun movies for Mark comes up with because you act in some really fun movies.
Yeah.
You act in a lot of as soon as you see the movie, it's going to be a lot of fun, like Sharkula. You just see that and you go like, that puts a smile on your face because you're going to have a good time. You're going to go ahead and get it, and you're going to watch it, and you're going to have a good time.
Yeah.
Um,
Then back.
you're pretty much like almost like one of the lead roles in Sharkula. I mean, you're playing Renfield, right?
Yeah, I'm one of the villains in it. One of the lead villains. The second lead villain. Or I don't know if I'm the first. No, yeah, the second lead villain. Renfield. Like if you know the story of Dracula, and I play the servant, Renfield the servant, and got you know you'll find out. I don't want to give too much away. Yeah,
I was very impressed to see who's playing Dracula.
yeah.
Uh, who plays Dracula?
Jeff Kirkendall.
That guy he's fun.
He's fun. He's like the Christopher Walken of Polonia movies.
I can, you know what? I can see that.
Yeah, he is.
Hobbs is sitting there saying Pumpkin Shark next year. I'm telling you now. I'm telling you, you take that title to Mark, he'll make a movie out of that.
Or
Uh,
Ultimate Shark.
Pumpkin Shark. It'll be a shark it'll be like a ghost shark that haunts a pumpkin patch.
That'd be cool. That either that or Camp Shark. Like the shark roams around a camp and kills people at a camp.
That's right. At Camp Crystal Shark.
Camp Crystal Shark. Yeah.
What are your favorite horror movies outside of? I mean, do you have any favorite Wild Eye movies that you like yourself that you have in your collection? Is there any from any other director that you like?
Favorite Wild Eye movies. I do like. Trying to think of some Wild Eye movies I like. I don't know too many. I know a lot of Wild Eye movies, but I do like the. What's the one I saw? Oh, I have so many favorites. It's so hard to remember, but like, um, there's this one that I saw some ones that look really cool. Like this one called Freak. You hear about that one? I
Mm-mm,
don't
no.
know. I don't know that he's directed the director of it, but it looked really cool. Here, let me see if I can find some. I'm gonna hold on a second. There was some. I'm not good with this sort of thing with Wild Eye because I know Mark Polonia's movies mainly from Wild Eye, but let me look at the catalog. What were some of the movies I was interested in seeing? Catalog.
Freak is good.
That was
Steven
one
said
of
he
my
reviewed it.
favorites. What
Mr. Bones reviewed it. Freak is awesome, Pat. I just reviewed it. So it's pretty it's pretty much pretty high up there then, right? Right,
Freak,
right underneath right underneath Bigfoot versus Zombie.
Paranormal Captivity, the Neon Demon, Dead is something I wanted to see. High Eight, Ebola Zombies. Uh,
What about Blood Claws?
that was something I wanted to see too.
You really
Shark
you really should see that.
Shark Exorcist is something I wanted to see. I think that was done. Was that directed by Donald Farmer?
Donald Farmer, yeah, yeah.
That's something I want
Uh,
to see.
you know we're having the one of the producers of that come on to the show soon.
Oh,
Elaine Huntington is going to be on
awesome.
the show. Yeah, Shark Exorcist, man. I'm telling you. I wonder if you know what. So Wild Eye puts out some really fun movies, right? They do a lot of fun shark movies.
They do a lot
Um,
of shark movies.
do you like shark movies in general, or do you like or animal movies in general? I
It's
mean, how
fun.
how hard is it to get into character for Sharkula, and how do you see the like I know a lot of you do a screen acting, but like when you're supposed to see when you're supposed to be Sharkula, what's being shown to you so you can see it? Is there like a model? They show like a shark model so you can act off against it, or what?
It's like It's like a model. It's like it's a hand puppet. Like a not really a puppet, but like it's like a shark. That's like a puppet. Like like a hand puppet kind of shark.
So
Like
they put the hand in it and go like this.
yeah, it's like it's a big thing. Like it's a big like a big shark thing that's made with plastic and stuff. Like it's something that was you'll see. I show it in my behind the scenes video that's going to be coming out on Tuesday with the along with the Sharkula movie. And hopefully it might be on the special features of the DVD. I think it might be on there, but it's like it's hard to explain what it was, but it's
Okay.
really like a hand puppet kind of thing, kind of like like special effect. It's a special.
Uh,
It's a prop. It's a prop. It's a prop.
yeah, Hobbs. Kyle has a YouTube channel. It's Movie Buff One.
Yeah,
It's Movie Buff, one word, and the number one. Movie Buff One.
F1. Yeah, MOV. Well, I don't know. You guys know how to spell it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
They're gonna go grab it. Let's see. So we got. Let's see.
Yeah. So it was a prop.
Neon Dead. Now I don't think. Let's see. Were you in Neon Dead or for that one?
Was I in Neon Dead? No,
No, you're not in Neon Dead.
no. I don't know who's the director of that.
Uh, that's a good question.
But yeah.
Now you were in one movie I was going to talk to you about a little bit because
Okay.
this is early on in your career. But you were in a movie called Old 37 with Bill Moseley and Kane Hodder.
Yeah. I I was an extra in that. I
Now, did you get a chance to actually meet Bill Moseley and Kane Hodder? Say hi at least.
unfortunately no, I didn't get a chance to, but um me and my dad were extras in that. We were in the funeral scene, and
Okay.
if you blink for a second in the scene, you'll miss me. So like you see me like say this is like the audience, and I
Okay.
just move my head like just for a slight like this is how much you'll see of me. That's how much you'll see of me in the scene. And then you see my dad walk out of the school of the school with his jacket on, and he just walks past the the actors, Brandy Cyrus and stuff, and he walks to his car and gets in his car. That's about it of us. That's
So your dad's an actor as well, right? So this is sort of like a family affair, right?
He's not really an actor. He's more of like a comedian. He does comedy shows and not really, not he's a comedian. He does comedy for like he does for a hobby. Like he gets on stage and does stand up comedy.
Okay. Okay.
And
Now, now,
he
have
has
you have you ever watched him? You ever watch this? You ever watch him work? Is that you think that's where you let me put it right. Let me take a step back here. Is that where you like doing comedy movies from? Do you think you got you like to laugh? Do you think you got that from your dad?
partially, well, not really for my dad. I just always loved comedy, like ever since I was a kid. I actually watched when I was a kid. I was afraid to watch horror movies. Like, I was afraid to. I was like the Exorcist movie. I was
Yeah.
afraid to watch that as a child. I was afraid to watch The Shining, and then my friend Doug Adino, would show me The Exorcist and The Shining and all these horror films. Well, my first experience to horror was Goosebumps.
Oh
Remember
yeah. Goosebumps. Yep. Yep.
horror
Those
stuff?
things are those things are still out there too.
Yeah, and there's a new TV series coming out. I don't know if it's going to be that good, but I was hoping it was going to be like the original show, but it's not gonna. It's going to be like another like kind of like series that's going to be like one story throughout the whole season, where it's like like they tell a story and then it's a continuation, and it's like all the stories are coming to life, kind of like the movie.
They're talking about here real quick. They're mentioning the shark for Sharkula. Steven says that it looks like Boom's shark. Boom has a big shark head, she has on her background when she does the show. That's a good one. That's a good one, Steven. I think so too.
Yeah.
I think that's probably exactly what they used.
Oh, it's that yeah, it's similar to that, but it's more like it's not like it's not like foamy. It's more like plastic. Like what they use. It's similar to what she has, similar to that.
Okay. And then the
It's more of a prop thing that that Anthony made with his like that he designed. He painted over it and stuff, and he put teeth in it and stuff. You have to see it. It's really cool. It's a really cool. It looks like an actual shark kind of. That it's You have to see it. It's a really cool effect. It's a really cool prop that he used.
uh, but it was easy to act against, right? I mean,
Yeah.
when they showed it, when someone stuck their hand up its ass and went rah, it wasn't like you were laughing at it.
No.
But it gave you a reference point to act against. Like,
When you
you're supposed to.
what we
So
say?
I said, you at least you have to have a. I mean, to me, the hardest thing to do is to act against the green screen. Like, okay, we want, okay, here comes the shark. You're supposed to see a shark. It's supposed to be coming at you. Now react. And
Oh,
if there's nothing there, how can you really react to that? Okay, that's like that's hard. But
no,
but when they put a real shark in there, like even if it is a hand puppet shark, at least you can see the shark and go like, okay, so there's the shark. All I need to do is imagine it to be a big shark,
yeah,
and then you go. So I can see that.
it's
See,
practical.
Hobbs has a couple of questions. He says, Kyle, I love the design of your room. Are those motion pictures, DVDs at the top of the walls? Are do you have a lot of DVDs?
I have DVDs in this closet.
Oh,
Switch.
let's see. Let's see. Just see your closet.
But yeah, like I was saying, the shark is it comes out in the movie. It looks more realistic when you see it in the film. But yeah, this is my DVD collection. My,
Oh,
I don't know if you can see it.
this is awesome. Thank you so much for showing us
I
this.
don't know if you can see it really good. I'm using my laptop here.
Look at that! Look at that! Look at that!
This is only part of it. This is only part of this.
Look at that collection in the closet. Oh, see. I don't feel weird anymore. I feel completely normal.
There's stuff in the back here too. back here,
Yeah.
back here, down here, over there, over here. Every like, I
Now,
could
now, now, are those all your Wild Eye movies in the closet?
everything's out of order because I can't even put everything. Well, some of them are like in different category. They're not categorized,
Uh
but
huh.
I'm gonna one day when I get to it. I have some. Listen, I have a thousands. I have like over like a million movies in my collect. Over 200 movies in my collection. I don't know how many. I don't.
I don't think. I don't think. I was going to say. I don't think you know exactly how many you have. And you know what? You sound just like me.
I just
I am just like you.
I think I just keep buying movies and it's nonstop. That's all I do. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't have a problem.
Now, where do you shop for your movies at? Where do you go to get movies?
Pretty much Amazon now.
Amazon. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't have any. They don't have any like store like local video stores or anything near where I live anymore. All the stores are gone. I miss Blockbuster. Blockbuster was my favorite place to be. That was like the one place I wanted to work at. I wanted to make my own video store at one point. I wanted to have open my own video store. That would have been cool. It was gonna be called Kyle's. When I was a kid, I wanted to have a place called Kyle's Blockbuster. I don't know if that would be the title now if I were to have my own video store, but be called like maybe Kyle Luster. I don't know.
How
Kyle
about how about Sharkula videos?
Sharkula Videos. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
How
You
about,
know,
how
Mark.
about
Mark. Mark will let you have the name.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
What about Rappaport Videos or something like maybe that?
that's right. That's right. Instead of Wild Eye, you can say Wild Eyes.
All the eyes or movie buff videos.
That's right. See, Mr. Bones is sitting there saying, Pat used to think that he was the only one that used his closet. That's right. See, I have my stuff in the closet too.
I have
But
stuff.
every time I showed it, people would just laugh at that. They think it's the funniest thing, and I'd be embarrassed.
Yeah,
Uh,
I have
yeah,
stuff in there too. All the way over here. I would show this whole area, but right over here, I have stuff that like my
wow, look at that. Look at that.
yeah
Now, do you collect other things too, Kyle?
yeah
Uh, do you collect like Funko Pops and stuff like that?
yeah. I collect Funko Pops. I collect like uh I collect everything pretty much. All this other stuff, hard thing like hard action figures, like not just horror action figures, but action figures and things like There's over there. There's my Clerks toys, my Evil Dead toys, my everything, just everything. I can't get into so much of it now because there's so many things I have. I have my Jason, my Friday 13th, my Freddy Krueger over here, from NECA and and some other stuff here. Pennywise, Day of the Dead, Creep Show, collectible. I'll show you over here. That's a new one. The Chucky dolls. I got this at a the Tales of the Crypt Keeper. I got that at a place. At a real cool Funko Pop, real cool retro store.
Hmm.
My
Uh,
my haunted mask from Goosebumps.
now, here's something I was going to ask you. When you like when you're doing like I know it's different from acting when you're doing speaking roles versus doing extra roles.
I got some
But when you
autographs
do,
here.
but when you do your extra roles, when you do those roles, is it easier to communicate? Is it easier to talk to other artists when when you do that? And do you guys ever trade off things?
Yes.
Like let's say yesterday's shoot, right? And let's say you got a little souvenir or something like that, like
Yeah.
a pin or a patch or something like that. Do you trade among with other people, like like a enamel pin or something like that? Do you
Yeah.
trade souvenirs?
Trade souvenirs where at the shoot I was just at.
Yeah, I mean, do you do you tell people about and do you tell people about your career? Do you sit there and say,
Oh, yeah, I do that. Yeah, I made a couple connections with some of the people, and I talked about some of my work I've done.
Hobbs is sitting there saying he loves your video. It says Kyle. No, yeah, continue. Oh,
Thanks.
he's talking about yeah, because I have my closet behind me, and I put all yeah,
Thank you,
it's,
Hobbs.
it's,
I really appreciate it.
yeah, it's bad. It's source of fun. It's source of fun. My collection is awesome too. My collection is a madhouse. I've shown pictures I've shown pictures of my collection, but I always make sure the cheetah's in it so people look at the cheetah and not the unorganized mess that I have. If I ever put my stuff together and organize it, it would be sort of fun. I don't have a lot of the big guy what a lot of the big collectors have, but I do have some good movies. Um,
I also wanted to say that I got some autographs here, some Wes Craven autograph, and
oh
a
no,
more autograph from Levity Live. This Wes Craven one was the last autograph. My friend March and Demi got me that when right before he died. Well, actually, right after he died, he passed away. He got me that, and then Pauly Shore, I met him at Levity Live, a comedy club that club that's in where I live. And I got some other autographs from other people from conventions and stuff. I just got a couple autographs from my buddy Stephen Flug, the horror freak 85. He got me Felissa Rose's autograph. I'll Do you want me to show it, or it's in the other room?
yeah, no, go ahead and show it.
Oh, I have to get it. It's in the other room, and then it'd be I have to open my door.
That's okay. We can do it another time. Besides, we know you got it.
I'll just go get it really quick.
He's such a nice kid, isn't he? He really is. He's such a he really is a nice young man. Very polite.
All right.
Yeah, I'm going to talk to him about that Nemesis for sure. Definitely.
Oh, I got Dave.
Hi,
I got
Betty.
Dave Sheridan from Scary
Uh,
Movie.
is that who Nemesis is, Sheridan? So yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about Camp Murder here in a minute for sure. And I'm glad you guys are here. This is a really fun interview. Thank you for coming out and supporting it. Oh wow, look at that.
From Steven, my buddy Steven.
Steven got that for you? Man,
Yeah.
Steve is definitely one of your best friends, that's for sure.
Thank you.
I saw you and I saw your interview that you did on his channel with you and Doomsday did an interview together, and you guys were tearing it up. That was a fun interview to watch.
Thank you.
Do you like doing interviews, Kyle? Do they make you, are you comfortable doing interviews?
Oh,
And
yeah, I'm very comfortable doing interviews. Yes, of course.
yeah, you seem to understand. You seem to understand that every movie needs to have press. And
Yeah.
I got to tell you right now, a lot of actors they don't get that. You do. You get that. That hey,
Yeah.
I did a movie. I'm going to go out there, even if it's just a small role, but I'm still going to go out there and talk about it and hype it up because you want the movie to be seen. I got to tell you, I've talked to many actors on here, and the people in the chat can tell you this. I've talked to many actors on this. They have not grasped the idea that they need to do press. They need to go out there and they need to talk about the movie. I can probably rest assured, I'm sure of this. I'm sure when I went in there yesterday into that live stream and I heard people talking about Sharkula, I am sure somewhere down the line, one of those people heard that from you. I just haven't. It just has to happen. I had to. I'm sitting there going like, and they were talking all these different things. All of a sudden, so let's talk about Sharkula. And I said, you know what? Kyle's been working because and Jeff Rappaport too, and Tim Hatch. You three, you guys are relentless promoters of those movies. What do you like? What do you? Why do you think that's so important now? Why do you go out there and promote your movies?
because I want people to see what people have what we have all accomplished, and to get our our fans going, get get the work out there, get everyone motivated to see these amazing work of art, this amazing work of art, and get the hype going. Just see how much the love and the dedication and how much fun it's done, and how much it's changed our lives. Being in these movies and doing all this stuff makes us so happy, and it's so amazing, such amazing to do all this stuff.
And
It,
I really like the idea your parents support you in this too. I mean,
yeah,
they're definitely Team Kyle, aren't they?
they definitely Team Kyle.
Uh, that's right. I started a new hashtag. I'm sure we'll be seeing it soon. Team Kyle. Uh, yeah, I'm sure. I was one thing I was, when you're telling me you and your dad were going down yesterday to do do that, do that movie yesterday. I don't know why. I just thought it was so damn cool. I was like,
It's
you
cool.
know, a father and son going down together to work on a movie together.
It's
You
not
know,
the only time we done it too. We done it like a couple of times, but this was like it was a good experience. Let's say there's good and bad for it. It wasn't like totally bad, but it was most of it was a lot of like stress. Like I say, low budget doesn't get the attention that it deserves, and it should. It's so much better than the big budget films. Big budget films do not, like, I don't know why everyone rants about these big budget
well,
movies.
we're not any of those people. I can tell you that, Rand. I mean, I'm looking at the people in the chat right now. Well, there's nobody here, and myself too. We're not really big budget guys. I mean, it's funny. I have big budget movies,
Me too.
but what I watch is not big budget.
It's
You
not.
know,
I
yeah.
used
Go ahead.
when I was a kid, when I was young, when I was a kid, I always watched big budget movies, and I was before I got for some reason I forget how, I don't remember how I got introduced to low budget, but somehow I got introduced to low budget somehow. I don't remember who it was, but some amazing a miracle I got introduced to low budget films, and I don't remember what it was. Maybe it was uh, my friend Doug and Mark. I think Doug might have introduced me to some low budget films, or just maybe I looked up some research and I found low budget films and like independent films, and I was like, "What is this? This looks cool." Because I like to look at gore and stuff. I was looking at gory things. I was just looking at Fangoria or something, and I saw some of these movies. I just saw, for some reason I saw it somewhere, and I was like, this is really cool. What is this? I never even heard of this. I think the first thing that introduced me to low budget was Trauma, and then I watched from there. I got into like all these other all these other people watching these other people do it. Lloyd Kaufman, who else is there?
Well, I know Lloyd Kaufman has been the face for Trauma for years.
Yeah,
Um, he's every time you see him, that guy's he's sort of like the Stan Lee of low budget films. I mean, you
yeah,
could probably, if you called him up and offered him a sandwich, he'd probably be in your movie.
yeah,
Um, yeah, I mean, he just likes to have fun.
yeah,
That's really what it is. It's sort of like another actor we talk about too. We talk about him a lot, but it's just the fact that he likes to work. Eric Roberts, he does a lot of movies. He does big budget movies, and he does the small budget movies. He's done some really small budget movies, but he does it because he just loves to work. He just and the thing is about Eric Roberts is one thing I have to admit. I really, after I watched some of his roles in the small budget movies, he really works hard.
he
He
does.
really works. He does not phone it in. Hi, Fluff.
Hey, Fluff, how you doing?
Fluff is from the Whit Sundays in Australia,
Uh, that's
and
awesome.
her and her husband go fishing, and they're so much fun.
Oh,
They're
cool.
all, they're like the cutest couple in Australia.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they
Congratulations,
really
Scott.
they really are. They're so charming. I really like them. But would you like to go to Australia to make a movie if you got a chance? I mean, if you had a chance to if you had a chance to go to another country to film a movie, what country would you want to go to?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, uh, I'll probably go to that's a good question. That's another good question. Um, what country would I go to? Because I the thing is I'm not big with traveling out of the country anymore, but I guess Australia.
Yeah, Australia too. Oh my gosh, you just said this. I have to share this with you. Wow.
Australia or England. England, actually. I was
England too, be too. They were filming the other day. They were doing a live stream and they were fishing, and they said they got hit by a rogue wave.
really.
Uh, yeah, yeah. They have a very tiny boat, and and the boat sounds like they almost lost everything. They lost their all their filming equipment
Holy
and
shit.
on their mobile phones, and her husband fell into the water. And I hope that the life jackets were available to grab.
Ooh.
That's
Yeah.
my dad, because he was a boater too, and he always made sure I never went on a boat without a life jacket.
Yeah.
Never, no, never. And but I'm glad you're okay.
I'm
Oh
glad
my gosh, oh,
you.
your poor boat. My gosh, that's scary as hell.
We seem to
Uh,
have something common.
yep.
Congratulations.
So you like to go to Australia to film a movie? That would be a lot of fun. Now, what roles do you want to do in the future? I mean, if you had a chance to play, what three roles would you like to do? What three roles? Or you don't have to name, specifically, but would you like to play a hero? Would you like to play a cop? Would you like to do like a rom com? Have you ever acted? You ever had a scene with a girl? When you do a romantic scene, have you ever had one of those yet in your career?
Well, I would like to play. You know how my one of my favorite horror, back to horror again, but my favorite one of my favorite franchise of horror movies is the Scream franchise, the movies, not the TV series. TV series is good too, but the movies are I know what you guys are thinking. Why I say the TV series is good? The movies, I love the movies way better. The Scream movies are really good. Ghostface really scares me, and I love Nev Campbell. I love Wes Craven. Even the new one was really good too. I really like the new one, but so what I want to play is something like in one of those type of a character like in those type of movies, like who like one of the like a whodunit kind of movie, a character
A,
like
de- a detective movie, right?
either a detective or like one of the people that turn out to be the killer, like like a guy that's like one of the kids and it turns out to be me, like being the killer the whole time, like that kind of character, like an alter ego playing
I
like
think I think you can get away with it. Talk to us a little bit about Camp Murder.
Can't Murder.
Yeah, talk
Um,
to us about that.
yeah, that was a really good one. I had a lot of fun on that set. I had a lot of fun being in that one. That was one of my favorites I've done too. I played a character named Cody. He's kind of like a dickish asshole kind of character, and he wants to get away with tries to get with this girl. I forget what the girl's name is now in the movie. Well, you uh, Roxy, and and then he tries to kill her boyfriend in the movie, Chuck. So but it's a really fun movie. It's kind of like it's a slasher kind of Friday 13th kind of movie. And it's just really fun slasher movie, popcorn flick, really fun. It's directed by Mark Polonia and written by Will Colazzo Jr. It's a really fun movie. I really enjoyed it. Um, I really enjoyed that movie. That was one of my favorite roles I played. I got to play a real. I always wanted to play like a dickish kind of character in the movie, but I really enjoyed that one. That's on Tubi and it's on DVD from SRS Cinema. SRS Cinema is a good company too, and
Yeah,
I'm getting something put out by them too. I'm not gonna say what, but I have a movie that I did myself that I'm getting something put out by them too.
yeah. Our good friend Casey, he's a huge SRS guy. He buys all their releases.
Yeah.
They do a lot of monster movies.
They do a lot
So
of cool movies. They do a lot of shot and video. Mark Polonia, they put out a lot of Polonia movies too.
yeah, I mean he makes so many. So why
Mhm.
don't I always can't handle them? So I
Yeah.
know that didn't he do Sharks of the Corn or something like that? Was that one of his?
Rebecca Reinhardt.
Yeah, was that it? Sharks of the Corn or something like that?
That was directed by I think it was Todd Sheets. Was it Todd Sheets?
Sharks of the Corn. I thought. Oh, I don't know.
Might be Todd Sheets or someone.
I think Todd Sheets is doing the final call.
Sharks of the Corn. Who directed that? Let me see. Sharks of the Corn. It was directed by Tim Ritter.
Okay.
Oh, Tim Ritter's another good director. I like Tim Ritter.
Okay.
Tim Ritter, he did Killing Spree. That's a good movie.
Sharks are just everywhere, aren't they?
They're everywhere. Everybody does a shark movie. I feel like.
Sister Krampus. Sister Krampus is a Polonia SRS film.
Oh,
And Hobbled to know if Gary's Movie Emporium directed it. I don't think he can see what he. I don't see what he'd be able to see what he's directing though. Hobbs.
yeah,
Yeah. If they ever do a Mr. Magoo remake, maybe he could direct that.
that'd be cool. That'd be
Yeah.
fun.
And you know who Mr. Magoo is?
Mr. Magoo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's the guy that's real nearsighted. He's always nearsighted. He's
heard of
like,
Mr. Magoo, but
yeah.
what is Mr. Magoo?
Mr. Magoo came out in the '60s, I believe. Jim Backus from Gilligan's Island did the voice,
Yeah.
and he was about this guy. He was always a walking accident, but he couldn't see. You know, he was so nearsighted, he would always cause different accidents because he couldn't see,
Oh yeah.
and he was so focused on what he's doing. They actually came up with the term Magooing, which is another term for people who are they just look just at one thing. They don't see anything else. They just see the one thing.
Yeah.
They call it Magooing. So,
Magoo.
and Hobbs is mentioning our own Magoo. What so murder Camp Murder was a lot of fun for you.
Yeah.
And Splatter Farm. Now you're lucky in a sense, like you don't have to audition for at least you don't have to audition for Mark Polonia.
No.
Like, do you do auditions?
I auditioned for the first thing I've done, which was Return to Nukem High. You know, the trauma movie. I had to audition for that. I had to
Okay.
audition for all the trauma movies I had to audition for, which I don't understand why I had to audition for that. Lloyd Kaufman knew who he was working with. He was working with me, and he knew me, so I had to audition for those. That's about it. All the other stuff I didn't have to really. I had to audition for a few other things, but I never got to the parts really.
Okay. Okay. Um, yeah, I think trauma films. I think they have to do that. I think they have to do auditions for everybody, so they can so they can actually sit there and and I don't know. It's just the NCC's that Lloyd has always done that because they always have. I mean, they have some regular actors, but I don't think they have regular actors such as like Mark Polonia does. You
Yeah.
know, he has that core group of 20 or 30 actors. I'm not sure if Lloyd Kaufman does that. Hey Al, how are you? Let's see. Oh, Monster Dash. They're talking about Monster Dash.
Martian Dash.
Yeah, that would be epic. Definitely. Welcome in, Al Lucard. We were just talking about you earlier.
Alucard, hey, how you doing?
Yeah, that's the guy whose name, if he turned it up, if he reversed it, he's Dracula. Camp Murder is on Tubi. Do you like watching yourself on TV? I mean, on screen. Do
I love
you?
watching myself on TV. I would like to see myself on cable, on like
Um,
HBO or something, or Showtime. That'd be cool too. Or like Netflix. That'd be cool. Shutter. That'd be cool. Hoping to be on Shutter someday.
would you like to be on A24?
A24.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be cool. A24. Yeah, that'd be
yeah,
cool. Or
that'd be fun.
Mindspring or something.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. So now, how hard is it for you to get emotional on set? I mean, if there's a scene where they need you to cry or they need you to be
Hey,
in pain, or is that hard for you to get there, or you just rather stay? Do they just make you just do they help? Do people help you get to that place? How do you get that place? Kyle, we need you to cry in this scene. Can you cry on cue?
I can cry. I just fake it. Like
I mean, okay. Yeah, because I know some actors, they struggle with that. And then some people can
should I
jump
just
into it and just
let
get
me
into it. Oh yeah, okay, wow, all right. Now, can you act like now act like now? What's your? Let's talk about some of your things, your favorite things. Like, what's your favorite food you like to eat? What's your favorite dinner?
favorite dinner. I like pizza. I like everything pretty much. Meatloaf. I like chicken, fried chicken,
Yeah.
all the bad stuff pretty much. But
Oh, yeah, but you're still young. You're still able to eat that. It's like when you get to be my age, like that's when you have to start watching what you eat. Like
burgers,
which,
fries.
which I do. I tell people all the time. I watch what I eat.
I
I
like
eat. I watch it go inside my mouth. I'm watching. Um.
burgers,
Oh.
fries.
At 9 p.m. Sean. At
Yes.
9 p.m. for Friday the 13th. Yeah, I saw you rang in, but now you know why I didn't answer. Um, yeah. So we'll have fun. Friday the 13th, 2009. Yep.
How
Yeah.
what's his name? Al Lucard. Al Lucard, how you doing? Hope all is well.
Did the Phillies win, Sean? Did you guys sweep the Angels? He's a baseball fan.
It's going
So
good.
yeah.
Al Lucard, it's going good. How you doing?
Yeah. Yeah, he went to do you go to anywhere when you go out? Do you go to baseball games with your dad, or do you guys go out together as a family? What do you
Yeah.
guys usually do?
Sometimes we do. We used to do that more often, but not as much as we. I mean, we still do. Like sometimes we go to um we don't do much as we used to. We did it because of the COVID and stuff. I guess I don't know. I mean, we have so much on our mind, so much going around, so much like stress with my. I don't really like to get into it, but there's a lot of stress that's been going on with my uncle and stuff, and things that are going on in my life.
Yeah, we all handle things differently, don't we?
Yeah.
It's do you see it when you get a chance to do a movie? Is it like an escape for you, Kyle?
Oh
I mean,
yes, definitely.
yeah,
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 definitely.
I can see that. I can see that. Hey, I'll tell you what, everybody, if anybody wants to drop a few questions for our guest, Kyle Rappaport, he can't tell any spoilers about Sharkula, but
Yeah.
uh, but but Sharkula versus Alucard could be happening soon. Um, that would be it. I would like to see that. But if you have any guests for if you have any questions for our guest, Kyle, please drop them in the chat.
Drop them
Yeah,
in.
no problem, Sean. We'll look forward to that. We're doing Friday the 13th tonight on the Midnight Society. Any questions for our guests before we let them go? Hi, Caslow. How are you? Thank you so much for coming in. This is awesome. Now, I know you can't speak of any other movies that are coming up, but you got some pretty good. You do got one role I'm looking forward to that you're going to be doing again soon, and definitely. Now, do you think? Here's the question about Mark. Will Mark ever do any other creatures other than sharks? Can he do Bigfoot?
I'm sure. I hope he does Bigfoot again. Maybe Bigfoot versus zombies too. I'm sure. Maybe I don't know if he's gonna do that, like a sequel to that, but that would be cool to see a sequel to that.
I
Or
would like to. I know. Speaking on Steven's behalf, as we already know, that's his favorite Wild Eye movie. You
yeah,
know damn well he would love to see Bigfoot versus zombies too.
yeah.
Uh,
What's
oh,
the other one that just came out? Feeders 3.
uh, oh, House Watch. Yeah.
Yeah, House Watch. I want to see that one. Feeders 3 was really good because I like the first two Feeders movies were like my favorite. Those are like my favorite Mark Polonia movie. Like I said, was Splatter Farm, and then my second favorite is Feeders 1 and 2. The Feeders movies.
Hmm.
I love those movies, and then the new Feeders movie that just came out was really good. Another one I really enjoy is Terror House. You remember that movie Terror House from I think from the '90s with John McBride and Mark Polonia and Bob Dennis.
You know, I probably if I saw it again, I probably remember it right off the bat. But right now, it's not. It's one of those movies that I haven't seen for such a long time, so I would have to see it to remember it.
Cannibal Campout is a good one though too.
Animal Camp Out. Yep.
Campout, Video Violence. Um, what else is a good one? What's that other one? Cannibal Campout, Video Violence, Wood Chipper Massacre. Those are good ones too. I like those. And
Uh, See, Al saying that feeders. Yes, he likes feeders 1 and 2.
yeah,
Yep, yep.
Fierce 1 and 2 are great. And the third one was really good. The new one that just came out.
Now, were you? No, you weren't in feeders. Let's see. Let's see. You were doing. Oh, let's see. Let me go back here. Let's see. Oh, can you talk a little bit about Alien Vampire Busters? Are you allowed to say anything for that? It's on your list, Kyle. I think you got frozen on this. Whoops. Mine. Oh, Kyle. Oh, yeah. I'll ask Kyle. What's the? Okay. Are you there, Kyle?
Yeah, what happened to our screens?
You got. I think you got frozen. Um. Cass is asking you. When's your birthday?
When's my birthday?
Yeah,
September 4th, 1992.
September 4th. Cass. Al's just came up with a new name for you. He called you Kyle Rappaport.
Were you frozen too?
No, no, I no. Well, I don't move that much anyway, so it looks like I'm always frozen. Yeah. Uh, uh, Let me drop Kyle's. I'm going to drop Kyle's link in here for his movie database page, so everybody can see what Kyle has done.
Oh,
Because,
so
yeah, because we're going to brag you up here a little bit. So here's the list of the movies.
Kyle, what movies have you done? Yeah, so I'll tell them what movies I've done. I've done so many. Like, another one is coming out is Alien Vampire Busters. That's another one that I'm looking forward to. That has Eric Roberts, Felissa Rose, Dave Sheridan is in it. Andy Dick plays in it. Sean C. Phillips is in there. And it's scenes with Sean C. Phillips.
Okay.
Um, who else is in that movie? Tucker Upper, Sammy J. I'm in scenes with. Uh,
Okay.
Directed by my friend Rob Namir.
Now, have you ever worked with them before?
So
Ron Demir?
Rob the Mirror.
Yeah. You ever worked with them before?
I worked with him before. Oh no,
Okay.
actually no. This is my first time I worked with him. Yeah,
Let's see. I'm going to go here to their. Yeah. Oh, gosh. Yeah. Our good friend Mike Ferguson's in this.
Mike
All right.
Ferguson. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's in it too. Yeah,
Wow. This could be a lot of fun.
yeah. I play
Jeremy London's in it.
huh?
Jeremy London's in it. And
Jeremy.
Joe
Yeah,
Castro.
Joe Joe Castro. Yeah,
Wow. This could be. Now, has this movie. Did it already wrap up?
yeah. It's done, but I don't know what's taking so long for that movie to come out.
When did you make it?
When did I make it? We made it like like uh. So we did it in 2000. We did it like 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
Okay. It says here a sleepy town, alien vampires, corrupt politicians, and strange locals collide at the dawn of the apocalypse. How fun is that?
It's fun.
Did you get a chance to work with Eric Roberts?
No, but I wanted to. But
Yeah,
he's in the same movie with me. I
yeah.
didn't get a chance to work with any of the I didn't get a chance to work with any of the other people. Like I got the chance to work with Sean. I got a chance to work with Tucker, Uppers, and Sammy J.
Okay,
Um,
that's all right.
but I didn't get a chance to work with Eric Roberts or Felissa Rose or the other people.
Uh, let's see. Thank you so much, Cass. I appreciate that. That'll really help the channel a lot.
Is he
Uh,
is he related to Michael Rappaport? I get that question all the time. No, I'm not related to Michael Rappaport, but that would be cool if I was.
he's
Because
a funny. He's a pretty fiery guy,
he is a funny guy. Yeah.
and he does not suffer fools. That's for sure. God, I would not want him mad at me. That guy, I mean,
No, I do not want.
yeah, he strips people. If he gets pissed off at you, he will
Yeah,
light you up. Yeah, he's pretty fiery. I like that. Well, I'm glad that you're not like that. I'm
no,
glad you're not. So, yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Smella TV 3.0. Hey, Kyle. What's your favorite movie that you started? What's your personal favorite you started? Was it Splatter Farm?
my personal favorite that I starred in,
Yeah,
I would say probably Sharkula.
Sharkula.
Shark,
Sharkula, yeah, yeah. This is that's the most acting you've done so far. I mean, as far as a role, this is like your biggest role.
Sharkula.
I saw a couple of clips of it, and you
Yeah,
got some big scenes in there.
yeah. I have a lot of fame. It's not.
How do you remember your dialogue?
I know. I remember my dialogue. I studied a lot of studying, a lot of practicing of the script. Stay up late nights, all night long, just remembering lines.
Does your dad run lines with you?
My parents run lines with me too. Yeah.
Mhm.
Speaking of lines, after this, I'm probably gonna be running some lines for the new movie that I'm doing.
But we
Um,
can't talk about that one.
can't talk about that. That's top secret. And I just did another. I did another shark movie recently with with Mark Polonia. I can't talk about that yet, but that will be coming out pretty soon too.
Mark loves sharks. I wonder if Mark's ever seen a shark.
Yeah, he might have.
I mean, he's in the Midwest, right? Isn't he
Yeah,
in Pennsylvania?
yeah.
I,
I,
I'd like to.
I
I'd like to know. I'd like to. That'd be my first question to Mark Polonia would be: have you seen a shark live and in person yet?
I wonder what he would say.
I would too. I do too.
Yeah.
I do too. If Mark is listening to this, Mark, get a hold of me so I can ask you that one question. That's the only question I have. It's like, have you ever seen a shark? And then, I'll be happy with that.
That's the great. That's the best question. That's a great question. Excited to
Uh,
see you in another Mark film. Take care.
let's see. Let's see. Excited to see you in another one of Mark's films. Take care, fellas. Thank you for coming by. And
Thank you.
and then Steven saying, "Don't steal my questions." Hey, I'm not asking him. Hey, I'm not asking Mark any questions about Bigfoot versus zombies. So
All-
you're safe. Steven's safe. I'm not gonna answer any questions. I'm not gonna ask him any questions about that.
That's on you, Steven.
That's on you. You get to ask him about Bigfoot versus zombies.
And I'm gonna try to hook that up for you, Steven.
Oh, yeah, yeah. He definitely deserves that for
Yeah,
sure.
that'd be great for him to have a show with, you
I,
know.
I think Steven, without a doubt, is the biggest Mark Polonia fan that
Yeah,
I know. Uh, yeah, I think he's got just about every Mark Polonia movie ever made.
yeah.
If
I
I'm
got
not
Mark
mistaken.
Polonia movie ever made. Well, I have almost every Mark Polonia movie ever made too.
You guys should do a Polonia podcast.
I might co-host it with him. Maybe that would be cool if he
Yeah,
wants to.
you could even call it Bigfoot versus for zombie. I don't know which one would be a zombie and which one of you would be the Bigfoot, but you
Mark
know,
Polonia versus Steven or Kyle or something like Mark Polonia. We have to think of a title. Mark Polonia or Steven and Kyle versus Mark Polonia.
let's see. Lisa, beware, Cassie is a what?
Is that
Okay, I don't know who you are, Lisa, but she's never said anything or done anything to cause us to stress. So I don't know why you're coming in here and yeah, hops or bones. You know what to do.
who's
Yeah,
this?
I don't
Who's,
no, it's just someone coming in there.
uh,
I don't appreciate that.
that's not my
If you-
girlfriend, Lisa. I know that.
No, it's sorry about that. Sorry about that, Cass. I got you.
I thought that was my girlfriend, Lisa, for a second.
No,
No, my girlfriend
no.
Lisa wouldn't say that. She was.
I don't know. I don't know what it is. This is like now. Wow, this is like my. I guess this is my week. Al Descartes got it last week. I got it this week.
No, that was not my girlfriend, Lisa,
No, no.
because she doesn't have StreamYard.
No, no.
She doesn't have
Well,
StreamYard.
uh, well, no. There you go. No, I just don't like that. People coming in bum rushing in and doing stuff like that. That's not very nice. Whatever problems you have with somebody else, don't bring it to me.
I know.
I'm doing an interview here, and I don't want that. So,
Have you seen
um,
my girlfriend Lisa Stevens, ex-husband of Star XX, is a YouTube channel? She has a great YouTube channel. If you haven't seen it, subscribe to her.
okay, we'll put that up in the description box.
Yeah,
But hey, Kyle, I'm gonna have to let us go because I have to actually get something to eat and get ready for tonight. But I want to thank you so much for coming on and hanging out with us. I really enjoyed talking to you. I would like to do it again soon. Maybe when that super secret Polonia project goes through and you're able to talk about it, you can come back on. We'll have you come on and talk again. That was a lot of fun. And Sharkula is out on Tuesday.
yeah,
And while Kyle's not in the movie, but we both want to sit there and say, coming up soon is Amityville in Space. We want to say thanks to some friends of ours. So we should give some shout outs to like Tim Hatch
Tim Hatch,
and Jeff
shout out to
Kirkendall.
Hatch, Jeff.
Yep. Jeff Kirkendall. John Oak Dalton. We got to give him a shout out. Jamie Morgan. Uh, who, uh, let's see. Who else you want to shout out?
Jeff Kirk. I want to give Tim Hatch, Jeff Kirkendall.
Yep.
I keep doing this. This is how I
That's
shout
right.
out.
That's right. Pete. That's right. Well, I do this. I do it pouring it up for my homies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So shout out to Jeff Kirkendall. Shout out to Tim Hatch. Shout out to who else?
We got to shout out to Mark Polonia.
Mark Polonia.
Yeah.
Jamie Morgan. Greta Volkova.
Okay. Yeah, Greta.
Who else did I say? John O'Dalton. Who else do we say?
Let's see. I'll go through a couple of your movies here so we can get some shout outs so they can hear it, and I'll put it in the description box. Uh,
Shout out to Rob the Mirror.
yeah, that's a good one to do. So how about we do Who's in Hell Van here?
Oh yeah, we forgot to talk about that, but there's so many things to talk about.
That's right. We'll bring some of this back.
Velvet.
So yeah, but we'll say hi. We'll give a shout out to the cast and crew of Hell Van, which we will talk about next time. We'll talk about that next time.
Huh?
We will talk about Hell Van next time. I promise.
Yeah. Shout out to Jorge De La Rosa, my buddy Jorge De La Rosa from Hellvan. Shout out to my buddy Jim Roberts from Blind Sight Productions, and shout out to and Jorge Del Rosa is from Slow Mutants. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to my girlfriend Lisa Stevens, XX Mental Star XX. Shout out to my buddy Doug Godino, Horror Effects Man 20, Dark Water Effects, and Horror Effects Man 20. Shout out to my buddy Mark Chindemi. It's a film. It's that Film Geek 1981, I believe, on YouTube, and his Instagram is the Boy Shit and Wonder 20. Who do you want to give any shout outs to?
I want to give a shout out to my chat here to come out and support the show. Me and Al and Sean Blue Digital, we will be back tonight at 9 p.m. for Friday the 13th, 2009. We'll be picking Al's brain about that movie, and then we're going to be doing some rankings. We'll be doing some rankings, and then and that'll be the end of our Friday the 13th for until next month, until July when we have Adam Marcus in.
I want to give a shout out. Okay.
Huh?
Can I give a couple more shout outs?
You got a couple more shout outs. Yep.
I want to give a shout out to Septum Sin versus the World from Septum Sin from my buddy Septum Sin from Septum Sin versus the World. I want to give a shout out to my buddy the Horror Freak 85, Doomsday's Crypt.
That's right, Doomsday.
And also who else was the other one? Anadenia Films, Evan Jacobs, and everybody that's been supporting my channel. Thank you so much. Thank you. I want to give a shout out to my buddy Patrick Michael. That have Cheetah will view.
That's right.
Everybody's. I would give a shout out to everybody. There's so many people I would give a shout out to. I'll be going on all day about this.
All right, guys. Thanks so much. We will talk to you guys soon. Stay right where you're at, Kyle. And we will see you tonight from the Midnight Society at 9 p.m. Me, Al, and special guest co-host Sean Blue Digital from the Midnight Hour will be with us. So stick around for that, and we'll see you in a couple of hours. Peace.
Peace. Thank you for having me on the show, Patrick.
No problem, Kyle.
Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.